Yo, so I'm back with another episode, and this week I'm talking about if you should join the Royal Marines. Believe it or not, this is one of the most common things that people ask me, is whether I think they should join the Royal Marines in their circumstance. I'm going to do a quick video explaining if you should be joining the Royal Marines. So I want to start off by saying, since I have left the Corps a few months ago, I have done a few videos and I've helped out a ton of people in their journey to becoming a Royal Marine and starting training, etc., answering questions, whatever. So if you are one of them people, you can add me on Instagram and just ask me a question that you don't know. Also, please subscribe to the channel down below, because I have put on there a load of other videos to do with the Marines, and I've explained the commando tests, I've explained some stuff that they don't tell you, I've explained a whole heap of stuff in videos, so if you can subscribe to the channel down below, it'd be much appreciated. Also, look at this absolutely unholy view.
We don't care.
Let me tell you. So, let's get into it. If you are looking for good pay, if you are looking for control over your time, if you are looking to become in good shape and get loads of muscle, if you are looking to be shooting guns every day, you should not join the Corps.
What?
Yep, I said that right. You should not be joining the Corps if you want any one of them things. Number one, let's start with the pay. So there's a saying, you do not join the Corps for the pay, and you really do not join the Corps for the pay. If you are literally thinking about it because of pay, the likelihood of you actually passing training is very, very slim. You're probably not going to pass training if you are doing it for the pay. And also, the pay for a general duties Marine is actually pretty low. So there's a big misconception in like the civilian world where, especially when I was still in, people used to think, because he's like one of the most elite, so the Royal Marines are like up there with being the most elite fighting force of the UK and up there with the world, so they should be getting good pay.
Obviously, that's the perfect scenario.
But the realism of it is, it's really not that good pay.
Oh no, it's good. It's good.
Unless you're actually deploying away. When you're deployed away, you often get extra pay on top of your baseline salary. However, the baseline salary for when you're in the UK, which you'll probably spend the majority of your time, it isn't that great. Obviously, with every job, the more you promote, the more you're going to get out of it. So you're going to get more pay if you carry on promoting. So if you go from sergeant up through colour sergeant and so on, you probably will be getting a substantial amount. However, for me that wanted to stay as GD, general duties, like a Marine, it wasn't very great. That was one of the reasons that kind of aided me in my decision to leave, as well as all the other points which I have made in a video, so please go check that out in the Royal Marines playlist. But yeah, so there's number one point. If you're joining because you think it's going to be good money, it's not good money, okay? It isn't. That's just the black and white of it. It isn't good money. Point number two, what I mentioned, having control of your time, okay? Again, coming with the status of being a Marine and having a green cap badge, you sometimes get downtime after you've came back from like going away, so being deployed away. You might have like a week or something downtime, to which you'll then go home. And again, to the outside world, to the civvies and stuff, they might think, fucking hell, it's not like summer leave, or it's not a period, and yet he's getting that time at home. But realistically, you might have missed multiple weekends where you've actually had free time, to which you're then getting that back, if that makes sense. The short of it is, you don't have control of your time. If you, for some reason, needed to go home, if it's a welfare issue, you might be able to get back. But 9 times out of 10, if you put something in for like a request for leave, it won't always be accepted. So you haven't really got that control of your time. Example A, for me, which I relate to quite a bit about the control over time. When it was the COVID period, I know it was a messy period anyway, but when it was the COVID period, everyone was getting locked down, and it was like essential workers, etc. A lot of the lads in select units were getting sent home to do like courses online and stuff. Me and a few other people basically got told, yeah, you're going to be going home, isolate, and you're probably going to be there for up to 6 months, is what I was told. And then basically the next day, I was told to get back down to base to have a COVID test done, and then I was flying straight out on deployment for 6 months. So I had like under 2 days notice to be able to fucking get there, get back, and then go again. So yeah, no control over your time really.
Please! No!
And one on that as well, the control over time. That is another big reason that I had to make the decision to jump, because of my bodybuilding and competing. I couldn't have the control over my time to do the competitions or prep properly with, like, you know, going in the field and stuff wasn't really working.
I can do whatever the fuck.
So, number 3, being massive, getting in good shape from being in the Marines. When I went home last, I played football with some people that I used to go to school with, some good friends, some civvy friends, and they are under the impression, and they're still under the impression, even though I told them that wasn't the case, that I basically gained a good physique from being in the Marines and doing the phys that they require. That is not the case. You do not go through training and come out the other side in C-bums physique, okay? In like Arnold physique. You don't do that, okay? You might see lads that are in the Corps and they're in good shape because they've got like a good mindset for training and they've finished their training. They still do the troop stuff on the side, but they also smash the gym. Diet is on point, etc., etc. That is their doing, okay? You will not go through training and come out with a lot of muscle. In fact, I came out super skinny from training, along with everybody else that goes through training. You are smashed with the opposite sort of phys that is right for your body to maintain muscle, okay? So that is another thing. If you're hoping to go into a job where it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to get a good physique and I'm going to have good muscle, that's not the case. And finally, what did I mean by you won't be shooting guns every single day? Exactly that. You won't be shooting guns every single day. Sometimes you won't be shooting guns for weeks, months maybe, depending on what unit you are sent to and what troop you're in. Each troop and each unit are all going to be different with the amount of range time you're going to get, because there's different requirements, etc. For example, if you are based up in Scotland and you're part of the Coast Quarter Combat team, then you will be getting a lot of range time. And you'll be going all over. You'll be going doing shooting all over the place. You might even get the chance to go and teach the Yank Marines how to do shooting properly.
I said to myself, no, I'm a dumb motherfucker.
But now, on to whether it is actually good for you to join the Marines. So if you are not fussed about the money side of things, if you're not fussed about the other stuff in here, and you want to better yourself, you want to gain the mental resilience, which you already need to have somewhat, the mental resilience to be able to pass through training, but that will build up more and more and more as you go through more in training. Also, remember, if you want to become part of the biggest boys club in the world, again, tick in the box, you should do it. Also, if you have already started the process, which a lot of people message me from, if you have already started the process, you've already been down to the careers office, you already started the pre-joining fitness test, etc., and you're still unsure, you should probably go for it, because you are already going through that process. Like, you haven't made a mistake because you are already going through it. Like, you've already looked it up enough, you already know enough about it to have made that first steps, and you should just continue on through and just smash it as hard as you can, and you will not regret it. Do you want the opportunity to go around the world with work? Tick in the box again. You will be going around the world. You will see things that civilians will never see around the world. Do you want to shoot guns? Because you will be shooting guns. Even if it is not as much as you would hope, you will still be able to fire weapons in ranges, etc., etc. Do you want a career and not a job? Because the Royal Marines is a career. It's not just a job. It's not just a 9-to-5 job. It is a full-time career. You can promote, you can move units, you can join different specs, i.e. snipers, tanky, AE, whatever you want to join. You can then specialise in them sectors. You're going to get loads of life skills. Now with the new Future Commando Force, you can do SSQs, which is like going on courses without actually sticking to a certain specialisation. And again, that's just broadening how much skill and experience you can gain as an individual. So it will better you. It will make you the best version of yourself. I know it sounds mega chad, mega cheesy, but you will be better. I strongly believe that even once leaving you will still carry that same mindset. You will still carry that same work ethic, and the mental resilience. You will still carry that as well. So you can then put that into other aspects of life. Like I can put that into my job now. I can put that into my bodybuilding, where I'm going on prep and I'm staying determined, I'm staying focused, and the drive just doesn't stop. If you're having like a shit few weeks, you can carry on pressing through because you've already been in situations where you've had diversity and you've got through it. Boom! So there it is. I hope that has demythed some of the things that maybe the civilians may or may not think. And I hope that has helped you somewhat. If you like the video, please like the button down below, subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff. And I'll put up here somewhere the video as to why I actually left if you're interested in to find out the inners of the why I left. Until next time, let's make some gains. Boom.